Alright, welcome back everyone to Curse of Strahd, session 26. And today we have a nice, exciting new intro video, courtesy of the one and only Mr. Pounce.
Stop making it.
Hey, Pounce was great.
It looks great, Pounce.
Accept the love and adoration, Pounce.
I think I know what that is, Mez, and I think I can fix that. Hold on. It would help if I could more easily access my extensions from settings.
Yes, everyone needs to see my 44 HP.
Oh, wait, I saw it there for a second. There it is.
It's okay. I only have one more. Well, no, actually, you have 4 more HP than me.
It's like we three are the squishies.
I mean, of the three of us, one person has only been incapacitated once. The other two are like fucking yo-yos.
We are RIP team.
Question on.
We should get
if they're
tattoos.
yo-yos. If they're yo-yos, can they do the cat's cradle?
Sure.
Yeah. Next time they go
That
down,
was a cat pun.
next time they're incapacitated, we'll start bending them into funny shapes.
Okay, so Verity is on there now. However, Nanahaz is missing information, so I cannot select it. At least that's what the extension is telling me.
Yeah,
Fluffy said it was going weird.
I couldn't copy her character over, so I have to recreate it whole cloth.
Oof. Okay.
Sorry.
No, I was just letting you know, because chat was wondering. So this extension is really neat, and I'm glad everybody likes it, but it's also kind of a pain in the ass.
Next time.
It's kind of only a pain in the ass because we don't make our characters on Well, some of us didn't make our characters on D&D Beyond first. Maybe we should have.
Yeah, perhaps.
If I could run it fully through D&B, oh god.
I mean, they're kind of getting there because they do have. Obviously, you have the campaign, and you can build. Everybody can build their sheets, and the DM can or anyone can share all of their content. They also have dice rolling, and now in D&D Beyond, they do have the campaign rolling queue thing, where if you roll from your character sheet with a character that's in a campaign, it will all go into a queue that everyone can see and see all your rolls.
Shiny. Maybe soon.
They're getting there. One step at a time.
Soon.
Alright. Well, I'm going to roll the intro video. I hope everybody is ready. And then we'll hand everything off to Fluffy.
Blessed dice gods.
Gladly show you a trick if you have some milk.
A Shadow Archive fighter barbarian who uses the shadows of the past to ensure his own future.
Yes,
When the icy waters take you, my face will be what you see.
I would never tell you or anyone else to give up hope.
It's amazing.
It was so good.
Everybody shut up about it. Let's play D&D.
He sent that to me and he's like, I'm oversaturated, I can't see if it's good anymore. I'm like, it's great.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Alright, Fluffy. Feel free to take us away.
Okay. 1 second. The music decided it wanted to stop. All right. Redboat doesn't like things. 1 moment,
Yeah, I was
sorry.
muted for you guys on
Technical
stream,
difficulty.
But I was answering.
You could
a
always
technical difficulty
re-roll
issue.
the opening credits when technical difficulties occur.
There he is. There they are.
Doo-doo. Previously, the party woke up to deal with the ramifications of what ended up being an armed political takeover of the city of Valakai. Having some time now to pursue other quest lines, they turned their gaze south to the manor of Argenvostolt. The party made their way there, witnessing a memory of a former battle. They went inside, made their way upstairs, only to be temporarily distracted by a Vistani individual delivering a coffin outside. They went to investigate, only to see the name of Saya written on the coffin. Opening it up, she was attacked by a swarm of bats, leaving them a little confused as to what happened. But now, they seem ready to head back inside the mysterious manor and see what secrets the dragon's followers have left behind.
All right. Saya, your face okay? I saw a lot of bats hitting it.
Yes, I'll be fine.
Shall we try going in again, or do you think we're going to find more bats?
Probably not in boxes anyway. Well, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, keep your eyes open.
All right.
Are these 10-foot squares or 5-foot squares?
Five. At least I think they are. Nope,
grid
they're 10
seems-
foot.
Yeah, okay.
They're 10 foot.
Big boys. So if we recall, we saw a commotion and a person to the left, to the north, whatever. So maybe we should go up, not down.
All right, give me a second. Going to do a little Honey, I Shrunk the Kids action. Things are a little more to scale now.
We are now wee specks.
Suddenly, the mansion feels so much bigger.
I mean, I really did want to play that game grounded, and at least now I don't have to pay for it.
Well, now at least we can all kind of follow the same path and don't really need to split up.
Yeah, I just noticed it kept trying to snap me to the lines or the corners rather than the center of the squares.
Hey, Val.
Yeah, makes sense. Also, if you want to move without snapping to grid, hold down Alt as you're moving.
Verity goes for wild dance.
So we're gonna go see the guy?
It's an attempt.
Hopefully he's down to talk.
And he's
No, he's
not,
up to talk.
Hopefully he's also not upset that someone screamed at the top of their lungs, Hey, we're coming in your house.
At least it's not as stealthy as to shank them in their sleep type situation.
I'm sure he's had rude house guests before.
I was being courteous as opposed to just walking into his house not saying anything.
Oh no, you just could have been more. I mean, he is a dragon. You could have been more deferential, I suppose.
Good sir, we are coming forth. Please bring out the biscuits.
Verity will flick
Nanaha
Nanaha's ear.
knows.
See, Nanaha's got it.
Personally, I would distrust any cat that was being courteous, so...
Also, Nanaha should be available in the campaign for D&D Beyond. Alright. Everyone goes back upstairs.
Alright, chat. You should have Nanaha now. It was there, so as long as chat comes back and says they see her, then we'll have her.
Oh, I can see her on the overlay.
Cool, thanks.
Soul Survivor of page 2.
Well, Verity's on page 2 is... Oh, maybe I'm on the small screen. It might only be on... Oh, on full screen they all fit on one bar.
Alright. Feel free to move yourself. Let me know how you wish to continue.
Raz, or Nanaha. Raz and Nanaha were the ones who scouted the house, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Where-
from the outside.
Right. Where was it that you saw the
North.
silver-haired man? North?
Well, actually, he was on the 3rd floor on the eastern side of where we are now.
Yes, but I thought he was towards the top either way, so wouldn't we want to go north and then the east?
Well, I think we should get to the 3rd floor first. We're only on the 2nd.
That's fair.
Are there stairs going to the 3rd from here?
There are stairs
tell.
to our left. Those go up?
There's spiral
Yes.
staircases, yeah. Lennon, I see you have released our cat.
Well, she released herself. Do you need me to get her?
Thank you very much for the follow, the Nat30s.
There are a series of balconies that you both are, or that you all are walking over. They flank the main foyer, covered in cobwebs, in a thick layer of dust. Balusters carved to resemble knights in shining armor support the elegantly carved stone railings framing the balcony. Weapons and shields festoon the walls along each of these walkways, while alabaster busts of handsome men and women flank hallways that lead north and south from the foyer. At the west end of each balcony is an archway that leads to a spiral staircase, going further up into the manor.
We're going up?
Seems logical.
All right.
As you all walk past these statues, there's a strange feeling of being watched. You swear the eyes of the statues seem to follow you.
I'm gonna go back and forth by it a few times.
Do we see it watching Pocket?
No. Pocket, you see the eyes following you. The rest of you do not.
Okay, I'm nervous. Panic check for traps. On
ahead.
the statue.
Okay, so just to clarify, they don't seem to be moving until you're moving. So if you stop,
Right.
the eyes don't seem to move. But for Pocket
just
going back and forth,
Reflective.
yeah. So this seems to be some sort of optical illusion. You're not sure if it's intentional, but your eyes were definitely playing tricks on you.
I want one of these.
Verity sort of gives Pocket a little nudge with her shoulder towards the stairway. What would you even do with that?
Make a cool house like this.
It would be a conversation piece.
Please do not encourage him.
Habit.
I like Nana.
I'll be right back, guys. I need to step away for a second.
I don't know, Lennon, what they're called, but yeah, it's kind of like that.
All right,
Oh.
you're all continuing up the staircases?
Current plan.
Okay, give me 1 second.
She must load the swinging axe death traps and spike walls and flaming statues that will attack us as we go through the third floor archway.
It's mostly
gonna-
making sure you have tokens.
Usually helpful. I was just gonna joke that it's like, remember her playing Eternal Darkness and the 4 stabbies.
As you make your way up to the third floor, through these spiral staircases, you all are met with a series of black, tattered velvet curtains acting as sort of doorways.
Okay, I'm back for a second. Can you put me with the rest of the group, Fluffy? Thank you.
In front, further down, you notice a section where the roof has collapsed in, creating a 20-foot diameter gaping hole with broken rafters bisecting. Dark storm clouds seem to roll across the sky overhead. The occasional flash of thunder lighting up the area, covering or repelling the shadows.
I was thinking it was a
Patter of
skylight.
rain. A pattering of rain drips in through the gaping hole in the ceiling. The smell of mildew, very potent in this area. There are various puddles of rainwater, and you see the floor sagging further ahead.
Well, he moved away after he closed the curtain, but my guess would be the room that he was in would be down past those curtains down there. And he points across the rubble, across the open area.
You can lead the way.
Are you guys gonna be able to get over it? Isn't the ground kind of sogging there?
I'll be able to get over there. Question is, can you guys?
Let us approach this mathematically. Who among us weighs the most in all of their gear?
Everyone turns to Axel.
Yeah, that's me.
You first, then. If it can support you, one at a time, it can support all of us. In theory, unless your weight is the one that reduces its structural integrity to the breaking point. But either way, it's probably fine.
I mean, I can just scale the wall.
And let's be fair, if we're here to see a fallen paladin from a fallen order of knights, leading with our own paladin may be the best option.
I don't think it meant that kind of fallen paladin, though if it did, I applaud the writing. Alright, here goes.
Were you doing floorboard sounds, or did he make that noise?
No, that was a noise that Axel made.
Don't fall. Think
Jinx.
light thoughts.
As you walk over the rubble, Axel, you feel the spongy floor giving away underneath your boot, just enough that you feel your weight starting to give. You take a step away, you see a small hole in the ground where you had stepped. Finding more of sturdy areas, you carefully climb your way around to more sturdy ground.
Could I see that token to my left as I was moving? Was that supposed to be there?
You see bodies. Yes, you do see that. You see... Let me describe what you see. You see... you see a large audience hall through the rubble, the walls seeming to have crumbled long ago. Weapons and shields are clattered to the floor. A large wooden throne carved to resemble a dragon with unfolding wings faces 3 tall windows to the west. Slumped in the throne is a gaunt, armored figure with one gauntlet wrapped around the hilt of a great sword. The body seems to have been long decayed and sits there motionless.
I point that out to the group. I warn them that the floor is a very fine cheese, and that step carefully.
So I'll just, move an inch into the air. We'll just move on that way.
You see the room that you've made yourself into right now. The floor is tiled, and there is a rusted iron bathtub filled with debris from a collapsed roof. You see a torn curtain kind of hanging in the doorway to the east of where you're currently standing.
I'm sorry, a torn
curtain hangs in a doorway.
Okay, so there's like a hippie door in front of me, kinda.
Yes.
Okay, that's tattered. Well, we found the bathtub, or we found the yes.
You found a bathroom of sorts. Yes.
Ross sends his echo across before transporting between the two and then recalling his echo.
I
Everybody's
figure
got fancy tricks.
if it can support the bathtub, it can support me.
You all are currently getting wet right now as rain is pattering in through the opened roof.
If you guys decide to move, I'll go
past
in.
the curtain.
All right, Roz, you head through the curtain.
And Axel's gonna follow in behind.
Yep.
The room that you enter has dark wood paneling on the walls that rise to a height of about 3 feet. Above the paneling, the walls are painted with murals of seemingly religious figures performing their holy rites. In the center of the west wall is the curtain that you just passed through, moth-eaten and decayed with time. 3 slender stained glass windows set into the wall, or into the opposite wall, depict figures in white robes with orange sunrises behind their heads. The painted mural, you see what is depicted as a very stylized image of a woman in robes kneeling before a building. You look closer and it seems to remind you of the abbey that you had previously been to. Another of them is yet another woman, this time in armor. She is looking to the sky for some sort of sign. The area behind seems to be that of Valaki. And the final mural, you see a handsome man. Most of his body is obscured by a depiction of a sunburst. Seems welcoming and inviting.
Are these like important? Like, are these like the nativity, like where it's a scene that, as a member of the religion, would be immediately recognizable, or are these more like stories of something?
Roll religion at advantage. They seem to be storied. It's not a unified theme. You can tell the figure of the man is meant to be a depiction of, their depiction of the Morning Lord. You see various signs that are similar to that of Lathander.
Okay. Do I recognize the woman or women? I wasn't clear if it was one or two.
It's two. One is in armor, one is in robes. You have not seen them before, but the backdrop that they're painted in front of seems familiar. The one in armor seems to be near Valakai because you can see the lake in the background. The one in robes, you see the monastery or the abbey that you had visited that the abbot was residing in.
Interesting. Maybe this place wasn't always a hellhole. Are those solid doors to the north and south, or are those windows?
Those are solid doors.
Okay.
This is where we saw the figure, right? Who looked at us and then closed the.
No, you saw them in a parapet north of here when you were turning the corner.
Oh, okay. This is no curtains. I wonder if he was a bit north of here. I think I saw him overlooking the cemetery.
Okay. Is this door closed?
Yes, it is.
Just gently check. It's apparently open and not trapped. So, but I was just gonna like make sure the handle was open and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this would have been easier.
Oops.
Right or up, or right or forward, I guess, would be the in-character way.
Fluffy, where does my 15 intelligence tell me it should be, up or right?
Up. It should be forward. You make your way to a heavy wooden double door. There's mildew near the bottom, and you see kind of some of the wood near the bottom flaking off from years of sitting in damp.
Do these doors open?
You can certainly try.
Axel's going to try.
They open.
Axel's going to gingerly step in the room.
Click clank, click clank, click clank.
It didn't say silently, I said gingerly.
Axel's armor always announces his approach.
The room is a haven for dust and cobwebs. 3 narrow windows allow Three narrow windows allow slivers of light to illuminate bare oak shelves along the walls and a torn padded chair lying on its side near a cavernous hearth. A picture above the mantel has been slashed, its lower half hanging down below the frame like a torn piece of flesh. An iron door set in the south corner of the west wall hangs open on one hinge. The door to the northeast is also left completely open.
Nanaha tries to pick up the flesh of the painting, so to speak, and see what it should have looked like if it wasn't attacked.
All right. The picture, as you try to kind of use your staff to prop it back up, shows the mansion in better days, under clear winter skies with snow-capped mountains in the background. The top of a chapel attached to this manor glows like a silver beacon.
Interesting. So, we saw the guy to the north and east, so I guess keep going northeast.
As you stop propping it up, the torn painting just kind of hangs there limp, almost like a festering wound. You hear some of the canvas tear just a little bit more as the weight drags it back down.
If I had mending, I'd fix it, but I just don't.
Feeling slightly called out.
You should.
Perhaps we should find the master of the house before we start fiddling with his possessions.
I think he'd think that was a boon if you fixed his stuff, but that's just my personal opinion.
I assume if he wanted his stuff fixed, he wouldn't have left it like it is.
Roz, as you're walking through, you see, first off, you hear the sound of the flapping of wings, but you can't really discern its origin. There's a gust of wind, and a single piece of parchment blows off the top of a bookshelf and spirals lazily in the air, landing to your feet.
He picks it up and looks at it.
You see the remains of what was once potentially a journal. The font very stylized and precise, seeming to be of noble origin.
How much of this journal or the books on these shelves seem to be somewhat intact?
Most of them are kind of in various states of disrepair. You look around, you do see one book in the overturned chair, but most of the stuff on the bookcases have been either destroyed or taken.
Can he read what the stylized font on the paper says?
Yes, you can. And you do see that the book hanging in the overstuffed chair is titled The Oath Celestial.
Axel,
Raz.
check out that book on that chair there. It seems like something you might be interested in.
Sure.
To discuss oaths and celestials.
Interesting. Axel picks up the book in the chair, and can he read it?
You can. You notice as you pick it up, the cover of the book has a deep sword slash through it that has carved through many of the pages deep in, and the book is partially burned.
Dang.
Most of it is pretty unreadable, but further in, around past the halfway mark, it seems to be talking about. It seems to be devotional text for some place called the Holy Empire of Valencia.
Holy So I imagine Axel is kind of like muttering this under his breath as he's reading, like the Holy Empire of Valencia.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like a history, or is it like a worship of that area, or
It is kind of, it's a book for, like, the best way to describe it is it is a book of basically vows, and it seems to be basically discussing a variety of practices for knights from the Empire.
Oh, so okay, so it's kind of like a Tao Te Ching sort of book, except for
Yes.
for knights. Okay, cool. Axel will put that in his pack for later study.
There's nothing
Wow.
like outside this window, like looking, like there's nothing moving around on the ground. No one's like
No.
circling it other than this. Okay.
No. Roz, I can read the journal, or you can. Your call.
I've just read it. I saw the handout.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was interesting.
Was it a good story?
It appears to be the sort of last words of Argynvost, saying that his one regret was that his bones will not be residing in the mausoleum here, but likely scattered amongst his enemies.
By mausoleum, is that the building that I'm kind of sort of seeing out this window?
Yes, you do see. Yeah, you do see the almost like plus sign shaped mausoleum with its wormling gargoyles kind of just overhanging.
So he's not there, but I assume something might be.
Would you like me to just read it for you?
You have such a beautiful speaking voice.
Fine. And he opens up the book, carefully, arranging it so the page is as preserved as it can be within his book. My knights have fallen, and this land is lost. The armies of my enemy will not be stopped by sword or spell, claw or fang. Today I will die, not avenging those who have fallen, but defending that which I love. This valley, this home, and the ideals of the Order of the Silver Dragon. The evil surrounds me. The time has come to throw off this guise and show these heathens my true form. Let it spark terror in their hearts. Let them tell their stories of dark triumph against the protector of the Balanok Mountains. Let Argynvost be remembered as a dragon of honor and of valor. My one regret is that my remains will not lie in their rightful place in these hallowed hall mausoleum of Argynvost Holt. No doubt my bones will be scattered amongst my enemies like the coins of a plundered hoard. Trophies from a hard-won victory. I do not fear death. Though my body will die, my spirit will live on. Let it serve as a beacon of light against the darkness. Let it bring hope to a land wrought with despair. And now, to battle. He then carefully folds it back up.
This dragon was a friend, or at least I understand him. That's a shame.
And if you recall, the the shadows we saw in the mist, it seems like we saw his last charge.
Well, then it seems like, you should do him the favor of returning his remains to the mausoleum, since that's his one regret.
If we find them, we should, I think.
I'm going to end up carrying bones in my lantern again, aren't I?
Maybe.
It is a theme I've noticed.
You secretly love it. Don't be coy.
It's really comfy in there, and every time you guys make me decorate it with extra bones, it gets less comfy.
You don't have a basket in there you could put the bones?
She just sighs. Alright, so what I'm gathering from what Roz just said is, while the dragon may be dead, he's almost certainly still here.
Well, if we've learned anything from Barovia, it's that it's really hard to leave. And death is not really a way out.
Axel's gonna pop out onto the parapet here where we think we saw him, and just kind of say his name. Hey, Argenvolt, are you here still?
You don't really get anything. The room you walk into, you see a variety of rich drapery, faded by time and neglect, hiding the windows of this otherwise empty room. There's no furniture. There is nothing. One of the windows, the drapes is slightly ajar.
Is that this one?
Yes.
Okay. Axel's just going to go over and look out and see what the view is.
You see a view of the cemetery below in the mausoleum. The rain pattering down atop of the old, abandoned gravestones.
Okay. And I come back. Well, he's not still in there, which I think we knew, but...
What did he look like?
I mean, we didn't really get a good look at him. And he'll kind of describe the face, person that he saw.
So was the corpse out there? Could that be the same person, and he just moved in the time it took us to come up?
We could go look.
If we're not actually looking for the dragon, but one of his soldiers, a fallen paladin of a fallen order. That was a man, or a long dead man in heavy armor. It certainly looked like a member of my order, or not my order, but a member of an order. You know what I mean. That could be what we're looking for.
Well, the question is, do we continue rummaging around through the rooms around him, or do we just go straight and talk to the man?
Why not both?
I can't believe I actually agree with Pocket, but why not both?
Fine. Then which one do you want to do first?
Well, the man is right next door.
I mean, we did also pass by a door on this level before we got over that cheese floor. We completely skipped the second floor. There's still a number of places to look around on the first floor. So he turns to Axel. Lead on, O noble paladin.
Axel just kind of shakes his head. If he is still here, we should probably try to talk to him before we start taking his stuff. Let's at least search the third floor and see if we can find his spirit. If he's interested in talking.
The wind blows through kind of the heavy open doors that you have opened. There's a cold, wet, just gust. The torn painting flapping in the breeze. Dust being blown off of the bookshelves.
I guess
Clap
go inspect
thunder.
the bookshelves.
I'm just basically saying you left the door open and it's storming outside.
Did someone check this little room to the left?
No.
I'm gonna peek in because that looks like a chest, or I don't know if that's just wood.
Pocket, you peek your head into the door or the area with the iron door hanging off the hinge. The walls of the room are lined with lead. Many structures destroyed and shattered. Emptied chests and shattered vases lie strewn upon the floor. Their contents completely plundered. You see indentations in the floor, in the shape of coin. It seems like there was a great weight of coinage stored here at one point.
I'll look back at everyone, and then turn back to the room, and I guess make a second pass of the room that was already plundered and look to see if there's anything left.
Roll
Anything of any use.
investigation. You don't really see anything of use in there. You find fragments of pottery. You find broken shelves that you see some residue of like gold dust on them. You do find actually a few claw marks in the ground, about the size of like a dragon.
Oh, jeez. I was hoping you were going to say wolf.
No. It seems like this may have been where Argynvost held his hoard.
Got it. Well, we're too late for any treasure.
If, in my knowledge of dragons is admittedly somewhat limited, but I'm quite certain if the treasure was still here, whatever remnant of this dragon was still around would probably be upset if you just went and helped yourselves. It is why, after all, they call it a hoard.
He's a dragon. He's cool. He's got cool stuff. Everybody wants to see it.
Yes, I'm sure you'd just love to see it with your paws.
Anyway, we were going to keep searching.
Yes. It might be best to go back through that the religion room instead of the prayer room, maybe instead of going back through the room that's falling apart. Oh wait, there's this door to the right too. I forgot about that.
Yes, I mean we can go over to that door there, or we can go through the prayer room down south.
Is there a door right? Have we gone through that one?
Which one?
That door.
You have not.
Okay. Well, since we're here, Axel will check that one real quick.
Okay. You see another spiral staircase leading down.
Okay, that's the rest of the way out of here. All right. Is this section of floor is this also like caved in and dangerous, or is it only when it goes into the main room?
Only when it goes into the main room. There's debris and puddles there, but there is still most of a roof covering this balcony hallway.
Okay. Well, I can maybe do this orderly and check this side and then check the other side. Everyone in agreement?
After you.
All right.
No one's going to check out the corpse.
We will. We'll get there.
At least it's
Wait, we don't
probably not going anywhere.
Yeah, at least this way we don't have to walk over the broken floor yet.
All the corpses go somewhere in this place.
No, they don't. I think is the problem.
They seem pretty mobile.
Yes. Axel, would you be able to at least tell if it was an undead waiting for us by looking at it?
Oh, yeah, that's a good call. Nana, excuse me for 1 second. So let me get in where I can see him. There we go. There's in my vision, and then I will use my divine sense.
Yeah, there's definitely undead in that room.
In this room?
Yes, there are many points registering as undead in that room.
There's a lot of undead in there.
We are looking for our fallen paladin.
Well, I vote we keep looking for the head of the household so that maybe we don't have to fight an army of undead.
Yes, that would be... Oh, incidentally, did anything ping as consecrated or desecrated from that divine sense as well?
No.
Okay. All right, let's see if we can find the head of the household before we step in there. Okay, so opening this door, there's like a dinner party going on?
Yes, you open the door, and through the dust and cobwebs you see faded war banners adoring the walls of a spacious chamber, in the center of which stands a heavy wooden table. An iron chandelier hangs above the table, which is surrounded by 6 high-backed chairs, with wood-carved dragons perched atop them. Slumped in 5 of the chairs are skeletal humans in tattered chainmail.
I'm going to divine sense again to look at these ones.
There's also undead in this room.
Well, they're undead, or at least there are others, and considering their bodies are sitting in the chairs, it's probably them. So, be ready for a fight, I guess. Nothing has attacked us so far. Maybe if it knows we're friendly, it won't, but you never know.
Well, then I'll let you
Try
do the
talking to
talking.
Yep. So Axel's gonna not. Wait, you said it was alt to not stick to the grid.
Yes.
So Axel's gonna get in the door. He's not gonna step in the room, but he's just gonna in the doorway and just be hello. We're looking for the head of the household.
At this point, all 5 of the corpses tilt their heads in your direction. Many of them kind of, I don't want to say hiss, but just a sound of air escaping withered and ancient lungs. One of them growls, "Why do you disturb the living dead?"
We came to find, or we came to speak to Argynvost.
Then you are several hundred years too late.
That is a shame. We were told that he could help us. I must say I didn't know much of the man before we got here, but I seemed like I shared his ideals that I would like to carry on this fight.
That was very muffled, Lennon.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I said I didn't know much of the man before we got here, but I seem to share his ideals, and I believe we should carry on his fight.
Tell your friends they may enter.
Come on in, guys.
Men, stand down for now. I am Sir Godfrey William. I
Okay.
was Sir Godfrey William.
Sir Godfrey William, thank you.
Do. All players. I didn't mean to make that one visible. Sorry.
Whoops.
Yeah, there's a picture one. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. All right. Sorry.
It's okay. I realized it was way too much information and scrolled back up really fast.
Yeah. Oh, there it is, Sir Godfrey William. He's a regal-looking zombie.
I can sense that Argenvost is not at rest. I apologize that you see the order in such a state.
To be perfectly honest, this is one of the better conditioned places that we have found since we've been in the valley.
I do not mean the building. I mean the souls.
Understandable. We a page of Argenvoss's journal mentioned his last actions, presumably your last actions, and it was moving.
So, why are you here?
A fortune teller, believe it or not. We're trying to get out of this valley, and it seems that the only way that we're going to do that is to remove the what would be the right word? The shepherd of the valley, the landlord, Strahd. We need to get rid of Strahd.
As you say that name, you see his sunken eyes burn with a hatred.
I'm with you.
Then we are in agreement.
By chance, sir, were you a paladin? Are you a paladin?
That is what the order was many centuries ago.
Then I believe our fortune teller meant for us to find you.
There is... He kind of ponders. There is not much we can do in the time. Our commander... He looks off kind of like a little bit. Our commander... We are sworn to him in death as we were in life.
Is that Argenvost?
No. That would be... He kind of seems like wistfully sad when he says this. That would be Vladimir Horngard.
By any chance, is that the fellow in the chair back there?
Yes. That would be my Vladimir.
Is he like you?
All of the order is like us. It is by Vladimir's hatred of Strahd that our souls linger beyond death.
Seems to be a common motivation around the valley.
I guess I'm never leaving.
How can we help you to help us? Because we share a goal.
He kind of looks. What say your other companions? I must know what all of you wish before I am willing to be of assistance.
I wish for the death of Strahd, and for him to not come back.
Saya shrugs. I want to leave, and he's very much set himself against that.
Yes, I'd like to free myself of this trap and return to my calling. If that means I have to kill him, so be it.
I wish I could say that I wish he was dead, but a wish is for something that you think can't happen. I'm gonna kill him.
Oh,
Well, I'm
Pocket.
not as gung-ho about murder as few of our party members. He is in the way, and he has seemed to be a blight on these lands, so removing him would probably be the most logical thing to do anyway.
I see. I will need some time to think about this. Your cause, while selfish for some of you, is one that is noble in execution. I do not wish to defy my commander, my Vladimir, but this is difficult for me to decide. I apologize.
Is there anything that would make your commander more amicable to our motivations?
No. Unfortunately, Vladimir's hatred for Strahd is so great that he would rather see the valley suffer under a trapped tyrant than to slay him and give him an escape of his torment. For Vladimir, Strahd being trapped in Barovia and essentially knowing he is trapped, continued to be tortured, that is better than ending Strahd's life.
So Strahd is trapped here just like everyone else? I thought
Yes.
he was the one running the show.
He is, but he cannot leave. He is trapped as much as you are.
And Verity whips out her notebook and how exactly did he become trapped here?
That I do not know. What he became. That happened a long time after our order was defeated. Vladimir, in our centuries of being here, has learned about the confines of Barovia and what it means. So our order stays here, rotting in the confines of what it was. Your plight moves me, but I do not think our leaving here will be easy if I agree.
Is there anything we can do to make it easier?
No, I do not think so.
And you're certain talking with Vladimir wouldn't help at all?
We may be able to, but give me a moment. He stands up and walks to a door in the back of the room. And opens. He walks inside and you can see him running his hand along a dusted bed. You see a slightly decaying taxidermied wolf and bear. He just kind of is running his hand over the furniture that remained, kind of in that lost in a memory sort of way. All right. Everyone ready?
Yes, boss.
Ready to go?
Mm-hmm. All right. I think I'm ready to make my decision. And he kneels. I will pledge my sword against Strahd with you in the final battle.
Thank you, Sir Godfrey.
As he does that, the 4 other bodies begin to turn their attention to Sir Godfrey. And they draw their weapons. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
That's not how I thought that was going to go.
Yeah, it got confused because there was old initiative on there.
Ah.
Alright, time to have 11 different things open.
I'm sorry, Fluffy.
Oh, it's okay. That's what I'm here for, yo.
It's okay. We make up for it by having sessions where we ignore her almost entirely and just talk in character the whole time.
It's true.
The only information she needs is, yeah, how much does that cost? What does he have in stock?
Is it strong enough to stop a man if he gets too close?
Oh, yeah, 17. Good roll. Good roll. I just couldn't help but note the lack of beef between Verity and the other things.
It would figure that we both roll higher than our two main stand-in front. Although technically Axel and I
That's
are
why
tied,
you run away and be brave. Later, when there's beef in front of you.
I mean, I put the Echo version of me in front of Saya already.
It's true. It's true. I have some defense already. It's great.
It's like, Mom, can we have a tank at home, or can we get a tank? And Saya's like, everyone's like, no, we have a tank at home. Tank at home is Shadow Roz. Oh man, I messed up the meme so much because I was giggling at the joke. Ah, I want to go back in time and do it again.
Alright, that should be everyone. Pocket. You are up.
Oh, so like you guys want to go fight him now? Oh, I mean, we had some other things to do. That's the end of my turn. I didn't know we were going to fight him.
Isn't it obvious that the little guys are going to attack the big guy? Fluffy?
Okay. Yes, sorry. I'm deciding on the billion different things.
Sorry. Tell me when you're ready.
Alright. I am ready.
Wasn't it obvious from their turns that they all kind of went aggro on the fancy corpse?
Yes, two of them are turning towards Sir Godfrey.
And they look like they're going to attack?
Yes. Nanaha? Actually, no. Axel, I need you to make me a wisdom save. And... Pocket, make me a wisdom save. Okay, both of you are paralyzed for 1 minute.
Yep.
Well, nice.
Well, at least they're standing in the corner.
Soul is paralyzed. And these two soldiers are going to attack Sir Godfrey. Alright. Both of them are apparently going to miss, despite having really good rolls. Or not really good rolls, really good to hits. And so, Nanaha, you're up.
All right, I'm going to poof up next to Godfrey then.
Okay.
And then my first attack against them should be at advantage.
Correct.
Much better.
Yes, the with advantage hits.
Wow. Did the second one hit or no?
The second one hits, yes.
Not much better. Well, come on, guys. Seriously? And I think that's all I can hit right now.
Okay. Okay, Verity.
Neato. So she's gonna let's see. Well, can she tell that something bad happened to Pocket and Axel?
Oh yeah, they both like completely just locked up.
No. She doesn't really have any way to deal with that, but okay. All right, I'm gonna try to do this without destroying everybody. I apologize if it doesn't work. Shape. Okay, so that's 5, 10, 20. That's 20 feet, right?
Okay, 1 second.
I mean, is it? I'm checking. I'm asking.
What is 20 feet?
Is the cube I'm drawing? Have drawn. Sorry, I forgot. I didn't
Yes.
let go so you couldn't see it. Okay. Will that hit the Joker on the left?
Yes.
Then she will attempt to provide what little defense she can with by smushing, I guess, erupting floor. Why the fuck not?
Roll an intelligence check quick, Verity.
Intelligence check.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Do I just click on the stat?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Derp.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead, click the spell.
Blow up all the floors.
I assume that it's probably going to not work because it's not Earth, or it's going to have some horrible consequences. But here we go.
Just collapse the castle. No big deal.
Fucking nailed him.
Of course he gets the good roll here.
All right, one makes it, one fails.
Oh, that's actually kind of what I wanted to have happen. Sweet.
Okay, that one is going to... That's the one that failed. Second dexterity save. That one survives, so is able to jump out of the way of the hole that is now formed as Verity is torn up the ground. Alright, so that one takes the full 31, and that one takes half. Okay, the creature... I need to see what Paralyzed does here quick. Alright, Pocket and Axel both automatically fail from being paralyzed. And they are... basically are thrown into the hole because it was starting to sag down and fall to the floor below. Axel, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage and are still paralyzed for now. Pocket, you take 6 and are still paralyzed and are on the next floor down.
Well, not quite what I was hoping for, but at least they're out of the way.
The rest of you see the rigid forms of your friends tumbling down and hitting with a kind of a nauseating crunch into a bedroom below. Saya, you're up.
I would like to move a little if that's still allowed.
Verity is still allowed to move.
I just drew a square on her because I'm fucking stupid. We're just gonna slide just slightly back a little bit to put the hole between us and them. That's all.
Saya, you're up.
So it's a free action for the barkskin necklace?
Yes.
Alright, so we're gonna activate that, making my AC 16 for the next 10 minutes. Bonus action, activate another flight. She's going to move over here. Oh wait, that's a lot more feet than I think it is, isn't it? No, that's fine. So she's going to move over here so I can kind of keep an eye on Axel and Pocket just in case there are giant spiders or other things.
Sure.
And then fire an Eldritch Blast at this guy.
Okay, go ahead and roll. That hits.
I'll also put the 3 cold damage on that.
Okay.
And then second verse, same as the first.
That also hits. Okay.
And that will be her turn.
Axel, I need you to make me another wisdom save to try and break free of the paralysis. Alright, you are prone on the second floor, but you are no longer paralyzed, but that takes your turn.
All right. Oh, God damn it.
Roz,
Sorry.
you are up.
I would like to rage.
I understood that reference.
Both him and I'll take off the other. His echo move forward and target the one that has been hit. It seemingly by Saya and took the brunt of the explosion earth damage, which I believe is this one, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And will both incarnate attack and regular attack.
Okay.
Womp womp.
Yeah, both of them are gonna miss. You thrust your spear, but it first time gets stuck on some of the broken chainmail, and you attempt again, and it goes through a hole in the body's torso, not connecting with anything.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, Sir Godfrey is going to attack. He'll take an attack of opportunity and go for the one that's also already been hit. Okay, that one is going to hit him. That was...
Hey, Sir Godfrey, is there anything we should know about these guys that will help us stop them from hurting you as much?
Make sure I am the one who does the final blow. That is all I ask.
I'll try.
All
Not
right.
sure how to tell how damaged they are.
Okay, that's 6 points of damage to Sir Godfrey. He is going to attack the damaged one. Okay.
Once they get all wobbly, let Godfrey have them.
Well, 9 and 12 plus an additional 8. That's 21. Okay, so that is 29 points of damage to that soldier. And you can kind of just see the red burning behind his eyes as he is attacking his former companions. Pocket, you're up. Roll wisdom save.
I'm so great at these.
Okay. You are also prone on the second floor. And your turn is up, but you are no longer paralyzed.
Hooray!
Roz, feel free to take an attack of opportunity.
My kingdom for something higher than a 3.
What are the odds in that? 1 in 23 times?
Yeah.
What's that? 1 in 8,000?
Sweet.
How's the pizza, by the way, Pounce?
Pretty good. The taste has been soured a little bit by accidentally dumping you guys down a floor, but not bad.
It's okay, we're alive.
Alright. The damaged one is going to jump down a floor. Okay. He takes 6 points of bludgeoning.
Please tell me that kills him.
No.
Damn it! That would have been so cool!
Roll 20, behave. Somewhere. Whatever, I'll deal with that later. You also see, those of you upstairs, you see the revenants that have been damaged, their wounds beginning to knit themselves back together. Kind of similar to the vampire spawn that you've fought before.
Oh, lovely. I love it when they heal.
Pocket?
Oh boy.
Crit. So first attack, you take 12 or 13 points of blood of oh, never mind, it is. I was rolling damage wrong.
In
Alright,
my favor?
No, 11 plus 4. 15 points of slashing damage. Okay. 17. 29. And 33 on the second attack for a total of 47.
And I'm unconscious.
You can dodge that.
Oh wait, yeah, uncanny dodge.
Yeah, so
On the ground.
so instead of 33, it's 16. This one's going to attack Sir Godfrey. Miss. Those are going to attack Nanaha. That's a 26 and a 23.
Yeah, they both hit.
11, 23... 31 points of slashing damage as this soldier just slice.
Fucking ouch.
And then the last one's gonna go for Roz. Okay, the 18's gonna miss, if I remember right, but the
Correct.
22 will hit.
Did they? Which version of me did they hit?
That's a good point. Odd, you, even, shadow. Okay, it's on you.
Okay.
So that is 12 points of slashing damage rounded down to 6. You're up.
Who's up? But you glitched out there, dear.
Nanaha is up.
Oh, cool. Okay, that just kind of made me mad, so I'm gonna poof away.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack that one.
Okay.
Woo, that should hit.
That... Yes, it's because it's an advantage, it does.
Because I poofed.
Yes.
And I'd like to heal with that poof because that's when I use the staff.
Okay, so you get 7 hit points back, and roll me a wisdom save.
Can do.
You feel fine. The staff begins dripping blood, and there's a bit of nausea. But not enough to overtake you.
Okay, if I do Flurry of Blows, can I hit it again with the staff?
You can attack once more, because you can do 2 attacks. You can't Flurry of Blows because teleporting's a bonus action.
Thank you, that's why I asked.
Unfortunately, that one misses.
Ah, well.
Kind of clanks against the rotten chainmail.
One good
Verity.
hit.
Okay, so Verity will kind of now step back in and kind of call down in the hole. Are you two all right?
Peachy!
Can I see Pocket from where he is? From where?
Oh
I am?
yeah, yeah, you can.
How's he looking?
Pretty rough. There is a... He has been essentially Sephiroth twice.
Axel, can you handle that, or should I? Because Nanaha's also
I've
being
got him.
perforated. All right. And then she'll whip up the old distant cure wounds for Nanaha.
Yeah.
I just gotta find the goddamn... There it is. I can't find the button. Somebody help. There it is. Got it. Nope, that's inflict wounds.
Please don't do that.
No, there it is. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, I promise. Woo!
Okay, that's 11 hit points back.
And I think that's probably good. Now we'll scoot over next to Saya because magic users stick together.
Aren't I kind of over one of the leaning edges? Isn't this where Axel and Pocket were standing before they fell in?
We sloped in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slope.
Yeah, they sloped down.
Yeah, I'm flying. So
This is fine. Don't worry about it. But that's it for me. If you want to.
Okay, Saya.
Sai's just gonna trust Axel, because he said he'll handle it, and we're going to Eldritch Bless. Oh, goodness. The one in front... Yeah, I've got fine angle on that. I'll Eldritch Blast the one in front of Raz.
Okay. That hits.
That one will also have the extra 3 cold.
Okay.
And we'll fire the same direction.
That hits again.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. Axel, you are prone.
So so Pocket's right next to me, just so I understand the scenario, and the Revenant is like standing above Pocket, like next to him.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Axel is going to get up stabbing. So like regathering his spear that he presumably dropped when he fell, grabbing that, and getting up and in like the same motion trying to drive the spear into the Revenant. Getting up doesn't make that easy.
No, unfortunately.
Woo, hitting the 12s.
All right. Now that I've got my feet, second spear.
That, unfortunately, also scrapes uselessly against the chainmail.
All right. The back end of it. Where's my butt end strike?
The butt hits.
All right. Is this the one that's been relatively beaten up?
Yes.
So it's looking like it's in bad shape.
It's looking rough. I wouldn't say it's looking like it's one hit away from, calling it quits, but it looks rough.
All right. We're gonna second level smite him. And
Okay.
this is undead, right?
Yes.
All right. And 22 radiant.
All right. Now he's looking pretty rough. Roz, you are up.
Raz will try and cover Lumi's shadow manipulations and attack the one near us with his spears, hoping to taunt him effectively with his shadow effects.
Okay. Those both hit.
He just needed his shadow sister to be close, that's all.
Yeah.
So if that one targets either Sir Godfrey or Lumi, half damage, disadvantage, etc.
Okay. Him marked. Okay, anything else you're doing?
He will transpose himself into the other version so that perhaps he can bait him into attacking the shadow.
Okay.
But that's it.
All right. Let's see. No, that's not going to work. Yeah, that one's going to work. I think. Let me double check. Okay, awesome. All right. Sir Godfried is up. He is going to take a look at his sword, pull a holy symbol from underneath the armor, clutch onto it, and he is going to cast Blinding Smite as a bonus action. Okay, that is a hit. So you see the sword just be like engulfed in... It almost looks like it's engulfed in fire, but the flames are like a white with flecks of like black kind of arcing through it. Alright, that is 11, that's 15 damage, plus an additional 12, 17. So 15 slashing with an additional 17 radiant. Okay, guy has to make a wisdom save to avoid being blinded. Oh, a con save. That is a failure, so this guy is now blind.
Wow, he's all kinds of fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that means Godfrey gets advantage on the second attack. Okay, that's good. That is a hit. Okay. And you see him standing tall over this individual. Godfrey grabs his sword. I am sorry, my friend. And slices clean through the guy's head. And you see the body go limp and fall over as this, like, sickly, rotten blood kind of dribbles out of the head. Pocket?
Clarifying questions. One, how far down are we? What's the height from the floor to the third story?
About 15, 20 feet. So you will be able to Neum, but you'll have to go through the door, up the spiral staircase, and back over.
I'm curious because okay, so it's 20 feet up. Also, when I get up, it's half my movement. But if I dash after that, I only get to 20 from that, right?
Yep. So it'd be about 25 feet to get to the door or get to the staircase. About 20 feet of movement up, so you're talking 45, and then another 30 to get where you're going to.
Weird question. Is the wall climbable?
Is it stone? Is it like cobblestones where there's like a way to grip it, or is it kind of more smooth?
It's kind of more smooth.
You know what? No guts, no glory. As Marisha would say, time for some dope monk shit. I'll stand up.
Okay.
I will attack the guy in front of me with my rapier.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is a miss.
That's fine.
He kind of bats away your rapier with his sword.
Feline agility.
Okay.
And dash. I want to let's grab the measuring tool. Essentially go, because I have 20 feet left, and then the dash, or at 20 feet, but feline agility gives me 40.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dash would then give me 40 as well.
Okay.
Right. So I'll move 15 feet to the left, as the arrow says, and then kind of run back towards the wall.
Okay.
So there's 30, and then try to leap up under Saya onto this ground, this sagging ground.
Okay, roll me an acrobatics check. Alright, so you're able to, with your claws, scramble up the worked stone before you kind of grab onto some of the floorboard that had collapsed in through Verity's erupting earth. You pull yourself up and kind of in a fluid motion leap off of the leap out of the hole and kind of like come skidding onto the ground, back arched, panting heavily, fur raised.
Yes. And it was only thanks to mobile that he didn't get an attack of opportunity on me. But I'm I'm basically I'm imagining myself prone under floating Saya.
Yes.
Wow.
Axel just exhales now that Pocket is out of the way and looks at the Revenant. You and me now, buddy.
He kind of hisses back. You can see why the other ones haven't been talking. You look and see that the tongue of the one you're fighting is just completely rotted through.
Ew.
Okay. Oh, there's that Revenant. There's the good boy.
And when the one goes to attack me downstairs, if he does, I have a reaction.
Yes. Okay, you did that. That's smite. Okay, these guys are going to go in both to attack Godfrey. Okay, that's a hit. Fuck. Okay. Alright, Godfrey is about to take a fuck ton of damage. Okay, 5 plus another 9, that's 14, plus 4, 18. That's 11, that's another 15. That's another 20. And that is another 16. So the two of them there just basically fucking eviscerate the hell out of him. There's a look of just hatred in their eyes as they're attacking him. His gaze is kind of softened a little bit. You can tell that there's conflicting feelings of regret. One downstairs is going to attack Axel.
Alright, and I will blind him. Or not blind him, but I will, shine light in his eyes.
Okay, for disadvantage.
Yep.
Okay. First attack misses. Second attack hits with a 23.
Yep.
Okay, and that is 18 points of slashing damage.
Roger that.
Okay. I'm gonna poof at the one nearest to Godfrey and try to hit him a bunch.
Okay.
Or, because I don't... Am I able to heal an undead being?
You don't know.
I'm uncertain, so I'm gonna at least try to distract one of them.
Okay.
Instead of poofing, you could just walk up and, dodge.
I am walking. I am going to hit a patient defense.
Okay.
Now, the one between Raz and Nanaha now, the one that Sir Godfrey did his, blinding radiant smite thing on, does that one look like its wounds are mending up as well? Or does it look like it just kind of collapsed and is done?
That one looks like it's dead.
Okay.
Both of those hit Nanaha. Okay, are you using a charge to heal, or are you just thwacking?
Just thwacking because I want to get the second hit in and not jibber off.
Okay, that's fine.
I have a distinct feeling that my second hit wouldn't land because I'd be sitting there cackling at myself for a bit. So, patient
Verity?
defense after that.
Verity, you're up.
So she calls out across the yawning chasm in the floor. Oh shit, what was this guy's name? Godfrey, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sir Godfrey, does healing magic work on you? That looked painful.
Focus on your companions. I will be fine.
She grumps and tells me what to do. But she does. She will kneel down and give Pocket the disconcerting touch of evil healing. Live, buddy.
That's
You know
another
what?
11.
Let's do one of these. Let's re-roll that 2.
Oh yeah.
It's a D8, right?
Correct. Nice. So that's 17 points of healing.
You could re-roll both dice if you wanted to, it looks like.
Do I have to use the new roll? Because a 4 is good. It's average.
That's fair.
Yeah, you could. You would have to use the new roll, but
Let's not push our luck and undo what we just did.
yeah. So 17 points back, Pocket.
And that's a turn.
Okay, Saya.
Right. Well, now I have a 7-foot tall cat cowering under my skirts.
Verity's right. I wouldn't fly with it, with wearing what you're wearing.
Your opinion doesn't matter to me here, Pocket.
We focus on the jokes later.
She's going to step over the chasm because we're just, up over the air. Mostly so Pocket has some space, and then we're going to fire Eldritch Blasts on this guy.
Okay. That's a hit. That is not.
Yeah, and that's why we put the cold damage on the first one every time now.
All right. You launch this blast of energy as you watch, cold just kind of creep along his body. This undead paladin doesn't really seem to be caring much.
No, but even if they're only taking half, it's still better than nothing.
Axel.
Oops, that was not the button I wanted to click. I wasn't. Push to talk is hard. Okay. I am going to continue to attack the Revenant in front of me with my spear.
That is a hit.
Alright, and I will first level smite him with that.
Okay. Okay. All right. How do you want to do this, Axel?
I assume that there's some sort of violent reaction when holy energy gets inside an undead. So I'm just imagining him either ashing or not necessarily gibletizing, but just lighting up and then falling over, basically.
All right, so his body just kind of burns with this holy fire. Undead Knight looks at you, your eyes meeting, and you feel this chill run up your spine as the last thing to burn away are his eyes, always focused on you this whole time.
Axel kind of shivers a bit, and then, okay, where are the stairs?
So basically use this map where you're on now as kind of a copy.
Okay. So it's leave this room. So where I am, so it'd be leave this room to the south, go over to the stairwell that's over here, and then come up. And then come back and in. Okay. So how far is that?
Okay, 1 second. No, Pocket.
You move me.
Alright, so it'll take you about 40 feet to get to the stairs. And then it'll take you another 20 feet to get up. So it'll take you about 70 feet total to get back upstairs into this room.
Alright, so I will use... let me put my selector back in. So that would be 5. So like 30 feet is going to put me like there. All right, so I will use 30 feet of my movement. I'm coming back, and that's my turn.
Roz.
Raz moves up, flanking his friends to attack and try to mark the one that's closer to Nanaha.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit.
I am not using one of my incarnate attacks.
Okay.
And that's
He's
it.
looking kind of rough. Not horrible, but, that hurt. Godfrey gets 10 hit points back. Okay, those are... Everyone around him's looking kind of rough. All right. Gonna move around here. He's gonna use his bonus action to cast Thunderous Smite. And you see his sword begin to start kind of like reverberating with energy as he clutches onto his holy symbol. That's a hit. Okay, that's 14. That's 18 slashing damage, plus another 9 points of thunder damage. And this guy has to make a strength save. That is a failure. This guy gets knocked back 10 feet into the hole. Axel, you hear this thud behind you as you see this body falling from the floor above. Okay, Godfrey's going to turn to the other one. That is going to hit. 12 plus another 4, that's 16. Pocket?
I'm assuming the floor is it's not so slanted that I can't stand up here as Verity's here.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It was just the fact that you guys were standing right on the edge as it was erupting and rumbling.
Fair.
I'm sure since you were paralyzed, you probably weren't in the best of balancing
Right, not to even
anyway.
be able to balance myself. So fair, yeah.
Yeah, right now, were you guys standing there not paralyzed? It would have been a dex save, but since paralyzed, auto fail.
I like it. I will stand up and I guess just move the 20 feet there.
Okay.
And end my turn.
Okay. Okay, the Revenant down there is going to get up. And he's going to go after Axel, because... Oh, wait, can't. That's double move, so... It's just going to get up. And it's going to glare at Axel. Axel, make a whiz save. Okay, unfortunately, Axel, you are paralyzed again.
I should have asked the first time, but this isn't a disease, is it?
It is not a disease. It is literally it going, I hate you so fucking much, and your body going, oh god, that's horrifying. I can't move. Alright, the two up here. Never mind. It's just the one. It is going to make an attack. Let's see. One on... Actually, no, I think it's going to make a gamble. Roz, make a wisdom save. Okay, it stares you down and your body goes goes rock solid. You get
I
paralyzed.
assume he tried to paralyze the right version of me.
Let me see what this thing says. Okay, one creature. All right. One is Roz, two is Shadow. Okay, the Shadow is paralyzed. If it can be.
It is immune.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I keep forgetting that it counts as a separate creature. Nanaha, you're up. Okay. Both hit.
And I'm gonna gamble and try to heal off that first one.
It would be the second. The first one you did an unarmed strike. Second you did quarterstaff.
I clicked the buttons in the right order. They just didn't go in the right order. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I will try to heal off whatever one of them. How many hit points do I get there?
8. Now go ahead and roll me a wisdom save. Okay, let me see what Nanaha is doing. Okay, short term, D100. 94. Okay. Nanaha?
Uh-huh.
You fall unconscious.
Do I still at least have my hit points?
Yeah, you're just unconscious.
Okay, I'm gonna take a nap now. Bye, guys.
And this is for the next... Nanaha is unconscious for the next 2 full minutes.
Can we splash her awake or something?
You don't know.
Oh,
She whacked this guy. The staff started bleeding profusely. And you just saw her eyes roll back into her head and she fell to the ground unresponsive.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Roz, deal with that!
Verity.
Okay, so I measured it before, but... And it's like, I think it's 30 feet to get to like over to this side. Did you see me measure it prior?
Yes.
So she'll swoop over here.
Okay, Misty Step.
Well, not really, but just walking around the edge of the hole, but...
Okay.
Can she see the one downstairs?
Yes.
Well, I don't think this is going to work, but we're going to try it because I've always wanted to use the spell.
Okay.
I would like it to make a wisdom save.
Okay, what's the spell? Crown of Madness.
I don't know if some undead can be charmed and some can't, but she does want to try and stop it from going after Axel.
You reach out and you see this crown of iron begin to form around its head. And you see like this yellow glow of madness begin to overtake his eyes before just this burning red begins to overtake the yellow, and the crown shatters, falling to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, I'm wholly unsurprised at this point. Can I tell if he failed or if he just can't be affected by it? Or if he succeeded or if it just didn't work?
Roll a quick Arcana check. It just outright didn't work. It seems that whatever rage is sustaining them beyond death keeps their minds from being taken over.
Well, we learned. That's my turn.
Saya.
Okay, Rez, I'm trusting you to keep everybody up here alive because Axel looks like he needs assistance. We're gonna float further over the hole and down about 5 feet so that I can see the Revenant down there, hopefully without blocking Verity's line of view. But if I do, I do, so be it. And we're gonna try the Eldritch Blasts.
Okay, both of those hit.
And the first one will have the cold on it.
Oh, I'm just assuming automatically unless you say otherwise.
That's fair. I just figure it's good behavior on my part to keep track of my own abilities like that, so.
Fair. It's looking pretty beat up. Probably won't be able to take more than a couple hits.
She's gonna call up Godfrey, this one's looking really hurt. We'll try, but I can't let it kill Axel.
Yeah. He's just intensely focused right now. Axel, you're up.
I assume
You
I'm
need
saving.
to roll.
Yep.
Yep, roll a wisdom save. You are still paralyzed.
Yes, I am. That's my turn.
Roz, you're up.
Raz will utilize his echo to move away from the creature, hoping to provoke attacks from an attack from him.
He did.
Before he tries to pick up Nanaha and carry her down away from the fight.
Shadow is swooshed.
And he will move Nanaha, I don't know, down towards where Pocket is. I don't know how far I get.
Okay. Alright, it is Godfrey's turn. He looks at all of you. Go! I will find you after this. If you have any business in the keep, I expect you to do it quickly. I will hold back my fellows. And he just looks at all of you. I want you to live through this.
Can we insight to see if he really thinks he'll be able to get out of this on his own?
Same. I was curious.
Sus.
Okay, he's going to use another 3rd level slot for Blinding Smite. That's a hit. $14. 22. Yeah, go ahead and roll your wisdom or your insights.
Saya believes it.
Yep. Days. Pocket. He is not... So, it's confusing. By the way that he speaks, he knows he will find you again, but he doesn't expect to make it out of... He doesn't expect to walk out of here, but he expects to survive beyond this.
Okay.
Okay, that guy's blinded. Pocket, you're up.
You're with us now. We don't leave our friends behind. And I will run. I guess I'll leap up onto the table and come up to this guy and attack with my rapier.
Okay, roll at advantage because he's blinded. That hits.
10 damage. And now I have to ask, is he actually an ally so that I would get sneak attack?
It wouldn't have mattered because you rolled at advantage anyway.
Touche, you're right.
You're hidden because this guy can't see you.
And I will attempt non-lethal, if possible, to leave it for him.
Okay.
If it matters.
Alright. No, it does not matter. It wasn't enough to fell him.
And then... see, that was 15 or 20, whatever. And then I will, because he's blinded, I will still move back to the end of the table to not get wildly swung on.
Okay.
End of my turn.
Okay. At the end of his turn... Alright, he's going to just basically blindly attack Godfrey. That's a miss. That's a hit. Okay, that's another 18 points off Godfrey. You guys do notice that after the whitish fire erupts out of Godfrey's sword, that this revenant isn't knitting itself back together?
Real quick, Fluffy, is this Revenant dead, or is that one still... Was the one that was originally downstairs?
Yes, that one is dead. Sorry.
Okay.
Alright, this one is going to go after Axel, because paralyzed. Okay, the first one is a 27.
Yep.
No, not a 27. 26.
Still yep.
And the second one is a 23.
Yep.
Okay, that's 10. Alright, 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Ouch. What are you at, friend?
21 at the moment after the 14.
I rolled max damage, so that's 24.
Alright, Axel is unconscious.
Saya, where you are, you can see this happen.
Well, that's probably a moment where Saya, breaking her cool as much as anybody's ever seen it. Axel!
Nanaha, you're up. And wait, never mind, you're unconscious. Verity, you're up.
Alright, so, can I see Axel from where I am?
No, not up here. There's enough blocking your path that you don't get a good line of sight on him.
Well, fucking yeet me down onto the second floor then, because she's gonna make a jump.
Okay, roll acrobatics.
Oh, God. Oh, maybe.
Okay. Roll me a d6, please.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's no button for that.
You can button dice. It's the second button off the bottom controls and roll 20, but it's probably just easier to slash roll 1d6.
Okay, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as you drop down to the level, and the impact from hitting the floor sends very unpleasant feelings up your knees.
My knees!
And you You avoided going prone, though.
Hooray! How much movement did that take?
I would say... Excuse me. 10 feet.
Cool. Can I see Axel now?
No. Because doorway.
Oh. All right. Well, then we'll use 10 feet to go there. How about now?
Now you can sort of see him, yes.
All right. We're in LOS. We got him. All right. All right. Then she will use her last 3 sorcery points. Yes, thank you. To distantly heal our good buddy.
Okay.
I need a button.
If I remember right, distance spell turns a touch into a 30-foot range.
That's why I needed to get closer. Yep. That's like 20, right? I think she's in range.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Axel, that's 25 hit points. You are still prone, however.
Am I still paralyzed, or is that gone too?
That would be gone.
Okay.
Usually status effects turn off when you get knocked out.
I assume so. I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
All right, then she will back up the other 10 feet where she was before.
Okay.
And let's eat a second level slot to get 2 sorcery points back, just in case.
Okay. Saya.
Saya is mentally considering the words she's going to have for Axel for this. Because she is gonna float over... She's not gonna get directly in its face, but she wants it to be very obvious where the blasts are coming from.
Okay. Okay, the first hits, the second does not.
Well...
Okay, that's
Trying.
8 damage. Damage is damage. Anything else?
No, that'll be all.
Axel, you are prone.
Well, Axel, I imagine, just like snaps back to consciousness with this revenant over him and comes up spearing.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit.
All right. And in the general panic of the moment, we're also going to smite first level.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that's another 26. Yeah, he's looking like he won't be able to handle another of those.
All right, and we're going to try to give him another one of those.
Yep, that hits.
Teetered on that 4.
It did.
Sure did.
All right, we're going to put the first level smite into him again as well.
As before, this one gets erupted in holy fire. Its eyes burning and focused entirely on you the whole time. You feel just this this intense shiver go down your spine yet again as it immolates.
And then I will use the rest of my movement to start heading back up the stairs.
Okay. Roz.
Hearing Pocket say that we don't leave anybody behind and knowing that Axel's apparently in trouble down there, Roz will bonus action to summon his
Shadow.
Move up, and I will both action surge and incarnate attack twice for 4 total attacks against the Revenant.
Okay, go ahead.
Would they have all been at advantage because he's blind?
Yes.
Well, then, I'll just re-roll the first one for the 11 because it doesn't hit. Okay. 11 stays the same.
Okay,
And,
yeah. Those 3 hit.
Yeah, we'll just not bother trying to crit. It's fine.
I will just say roll your 2d6 temp hit points because you're killing it. As you stab into it, this revenant grabs a hold of the spear and kind of like you hear this squelching as it pulls itself closer to you, like driving the spear in deeper, and it just looks you dead in the eyes with this burning red light. As you see, like, it's trying to talk, but there's no tongue. It just glaring at you with this intense hatred before the body goes limp, and the blood spear pulses with a red light, imbuing you with temporary hit points.
Sorry about that, Sir Godfrey. I felt I needed to actually be serious.
Get your friends out of here. The rest of the Order is going to know that I have betrayed them. I will hold them back as long as I can. I will find you, but you must get out of here.
Fine. And he will retreat, scooping up Nanaha as he runs.
Mm-hmm. He's going to look at the rest of you. Now get the fuck out of here!
From downstairs, you hear this. What did he say?
Does Axel hear that? Does Daxel hear him yelling?
Yes, he's yelling like at. It's raspy, but he's yelling at whatever the top of the old decaying lungs that he has.
So Axel hears him in the stairwell and like stops. Is like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. But Axel will yell back, "We expect to see you again, Sir Godfrey."
I will certainly make sure that happens. As the rest of you begin, we're gonna end initiative now.
Am I awake yet?
No. The rest of you will hear as you're preparing to leave. You hear the confines of a conversation echoing through the stone chamber. Of all the men that would have betrayed me, I did not expect it to be you, Gottfried. Vlad, I did not want to do this, but the Order has gone too far. We must redeem our name. No! Strahd must suffer.
Strahd?
Strahd.
Oh, sorry, you got cut off at the beginning. Then I thought, oh,
Yes,
he's
Strahd.
got a secret name like a demon we could use against him. But okay.
Yeah. No, Strahd must suffer. He will, my love, he will. But not in the way you want. Now strike me down if you truly think I betrayed you. But my stand here is my show of love for you and for this Order.
Aww.
I am sorry. And you hear the sound of battle as you guys begin to make your way out of the second floor, or out of the third floor.
Quick question.
Yes.
So, he's technically a person in that he has a consciousness, but does that count as actual personhood versus objecthood?
Yes. That counts as
Okay.
personhood.
Okay, Saya does not have any tricksy things to do then.
Was she about to suck him into the lantern?
I think so.
There was a possibility that she was going to have one of you nearby to grab the lantern and just drag herself, because it would take her too long to drag him into it with herself and then get out to run. But if one of you has the lantern, you can just run with me.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sure he'd love to help us after we imprison him in, like, the genie dimension.
I mean, it's like Genie's bottle, and I Dream of Genie. Like, it's very comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll feel right at home with all the remnants of corpses and bones we stuffed
There's
in there.
nothing else in there. It's just her pillows right now, because you guys don't know it, but Saya has a weakness for pillows.
Yeah, but the stank, I mean, you know?
Alright. You guys run. You begin to hear the sound of battle is just emanating throughout these halls. You hear the sound of steel on steel as swords are clashing. There's the occasional burst of light that comes through the hole in the ceiling on the second floor. It's about this time, Nanaha, you wake up with a splitting headache.
I think I drank too much. I'm just bouncing around, aren't I?
You're bouncing around in Roz's arms, yes.
He probably has you like cradled like a kid, like in his arms in front of him.
Oh, and I was thinking sack of potatoes, but okay.
As we're bailing out of here, I'm gonna telepathically talk to Alexander and tell him to get to put himself between the wagon that was dropped off, basically, so we can stirrup him up quick and get the hell out of here with everything.
Yeah.
Oh, as we pass we're heading down the balcony on the second floor. With an exasperated sigh, Verity turns to Pocket. She's like, if you wanted to steal one of the busts, I suppose now is the time.
Green lit. I'm going to try to pull one off as I'm running by.
As you're running by, there is one that's hidden behind a curtain that you could get easy access to. As you're doing this, you do see translucent shapes of humanoids in armor beginning to phase through the walls, intent on your direction.
Are
Put it
you
back! Put it
serious?
back!
Now
Put it
is
back!
not the time.
Too late, I already grabbed
But go ahead. Go ahead. 1 second.
Is it actually carryable, or is it like...
Yes. You go and grab it, Pocket, just as you're running, and there's this weird wet feeling in your hands. And you look to the bus that you grabbed, and you see your own severed head.
Drop that. We're gonna keep bolting out.
It hits the ground, and you hear a shattering as there are now pieces of stone of like a marble carving scattered across the floor. But when you had it in your hands, it was decidedly wet and dripping with blood.
Action dash. Bonus action dash. Feline agility. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
All right. I'm just going to move you all outside. You run. You just absolutely run. You see down on the first floor at this point, you hear the sounds of boots hitting the stonework as you see faces, or you see bodies beginning to march towards you, swords drawn.
Time to
But
go.
Before they could intercept you, you see skittering through a broken down wall large spiders that are beginning to engage them in combat, trying to stab a supper for themselves.
See, not fighting the spiders ahead of time was the greatest idea.
Fantastic. Now let's get the fuck out of here.
Giddy up, getting on the horse spot.
The wagon that was dropped, I assumed, had like still the connections for the like bridle and stuff to get Alexander in it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will quick rig that up and hop on and.
Okay, roll me a dexterity check.
Oh, sweet Christ!
Hashtag blessed dice gods.
All right, it's gonna take you a hot minute, but you're able to do this.
All right.
You see, as you get everything hooked up and you guys begin riding off, a single body coming through the door and just glaring at you with this unending hatred as you ride off. The sounds of battle in the manor still going on.
That's it wasn't Godfrey that was hating us.
No.
That was Vlad. All right.
This was just some random guy.
Oh, cool.
There were a bunch of revenants on each floor.
Just a
kind
ballsy
of-
fucking move. Can I fire an arrow at him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like from the back of one of the carts.
Yeah, go ahead.
Whiff.
It pierces through him, but he doesn't seem to care.
Once we're like out on the road and feel a little bit safer, Sai's just gonna sigh. You know, that happens a lot more frequently in various places than I would like, but I do believe this time wasn't our fault entirely.
Well, that wasn't what I was expecting to happen there. Wait, is Sai in the same cart as, or in the cart with Axel?
I think
I
they're
assume so.
parallel parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably actually, like, probably at that point she would move up to be heard by both people in both carts. Because mostly she sits in the back. She does not do animals very well.
That was not how I thought that was going to go. But, I mean, if he makes it out of there, he will be a powerful ally.
Considering what I saw him do would have turned me into Swiss cheese, yeah.
Oh, yes, speaking of, and she, like, gets up in the wagon and walks over to Nanaha, just, like, grabs her head and starts kind of, not like manhandling her, but kind of, you know, just kind of inspection. And let's see what hurts, what, you know, the...
I'm only down 5 hit points. Please don't make me crash.
Yeah, Nanahar is our cart driver.
I mean, she's not yanking her off the reins. She's just kind of, you know, poking, prodding, turning her head this way and that. You're fine.
Yeah, she's not that injured at this point, but so it doesn't explain why she just flat out went unconscious.
She kind of pokes her head over the side. You're next when we get back, mister. To Axel.
Please. I've had better days.
You all who are riding on the carts, everybody except Nanaha and Axel can take a short rest if they so desire.
That affords me nothing except a hit dice, but I'll use it.
Do it.
Exactsies! What I took when I fell. Fuck yeah!
Yeah, I'll use a hit die as well. But Ma gets with me, so I just get max.
All right. Where are you guys headed now?
I would assume back to town.
Okay.
So unless somebody tells me take a left, I'm going right.
Well, that kind of gave us a bit of newfound purpose, I suppose. Where do you think we might find these bones of Argynvost if his enemies have them?
Well, who's his enemy?
Everything that's evil in this area, which likely means everywhere.
Well, it's I mean, it's possible Strahd has them, or that they've just been scattered. Like, if his order was before Strahd became Strahd.
We could ask Lady Voctor. I'm sure dragon bones would have some sort of stories around them.
Or perhaps the Vistani might know something.
Something that you guys do need to, just remember. The reason why they didn't take any action against Strahd, because Godfried was saying that Vladimir wants Strahd to suffer. And if Strahd is killed, he's no longer suffering. So all of that animosity is pointed straight at Strahd.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably a good bet that everything evil in this valley stems from him. So if he's got, I wouldn't be surprised if he had a collection of dragon bones on his mantle.
How big is his mantle? I mean, the average dragon head is bigger than me.
So are we going to go, is this going to become a priority for us? Are we going to go knock on his door and ask if he's got any dragon bones he'd be willing to part with?
Watch as Strahd just says, go fish.
I think immediate priority is to get someplace relatively safe so we can recuperate.
Well, obviously, but I thought while we were writing I could have a conversation. I apologize, we'll just stare at the mists. It's so lovely this time of night.
That's fair, Raz. Apologies.
I don't think it's worth making it a priority at this moment in time. We don't know what, if anything, it will actually gain for us. Godfrey said he would fight with us. Perhaps this chapter is just done.
It would be the right thing to do to bring those bones back if we could. But you're right.
Sure, but I don't think we need to go out of our way for it right now.
I agreed, and I certainly don't think the answer is knocking on Strahd's door and asking if he's willing to part with them.
Also, from the dragon that I've seen before and the illusionary dragon that we saw today, it's really big. I don't think we can miss them. So as long as we're not going around blindfolded, if we find them, we'll find them. I would think.
This is true.
Well then, in that case, seems like we have either a couple of other options for tomorrow, after we rest tonight. Any preferences as to where?
How far away is book club?
That'd be 3 nights now, right? Because it was 4
Yes.
yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know that the other thing that we wanted to check out was that windmill that you guys randomly found the deed for. That was weird.
The old lady was there.
It wasn't
come now,
really
Nala.
random.
In terms of things that have happened here, that's really, honestly, one of the most normal we've encountered.
But who leaves a deed lying about?
Oh,
Well,
Leaves
it
a
wasn't
coffin with
lying-
you lying about.
that was the most
True,
normal.
and
We
a coffin
found.
full of bats. I
Verity,
promise I'm not that.
You say that was the most normal. We found the deed inside a seemingly living house inhabited by the ghosts of dead children that was trying to consume us and had a giant swamp monster at the bottom in the basement.
Shiver.
In Verity's defense, the house was owned by the same people who owned the windmill, so it's not that surprising we would find the deed in their home.
There's a
So we're
swamp
expecting monsters in the basement of the windmill.
monster? Are you sure you
Yeah.
want to go to the windmill?
The old lady was there. She was nice. The first nice person to us in all of Barovia.
Yes, because she was trying to sell you narcotics, Pocket.
Consume
Really?
responsibly.
She's nice.
I have
Yes.
to ask, what happened to Pocket on narcotics?
Oh, God.
It's exactly what you imagined, Nanaha.
Did he just jump around the room and bat at little motes of light?
He screamed for milk.
Milk is delicious, okay?
And passed out on the floor in a drooling heap. In
I mean-
public.
I mean, he doesn't need to be inebriated for that.
It's true. It's a good thing Axel was there, or we were talking about possibly shaving him while he was unconscious.
No, we weren't.
That's right. I forgot. Verity doesn't lie.
Like if this was like an MMO, she'd just like point to the name bar above her head.
You guys should read the message from Fluffy in Roll20.
Yes, imagine that. Someone named Verity is beholden to the truth.
Well, as for tomorrow,
Groundbreaking.
I imagine there are a couple of things. I mean, there's a lot of things we can do. That we could go check on Irina in the meantime. We could go check on her brother, because we haven't spoken to him in a while and haven't kept him up to date.
His name is Ismark.
Yes. And then there is the windmill. Also, I'm still concerned about I guess if we're waiting in between book club, I don't know. That's really maybe it that we can reach.
Barovia City is, or the town of Barovia, the village of Barovia, that's the one, is a bit of a trek. I don't know if we'd make it back in time. And here's how bad my perception is. I almost missed you asking to make a perception check.
Darn, I was hoping he rolled the highest.
As you guys are making your way along the Old Svalit Road, the storm is starting to let up a little bit. Verity, you see out of the corner of your eye as the carts pass a turn in the road. There are 6 humanoid shapes standing on the outskirts of the forest looking at you. Giving it a closer look, they all seem to be just random scarecrows embedded into the ground on sticks. But you swear as you're passing by, they're watching you.
Gods, this place is just so strange.
Who put scarecrows out in the woods? I mean, what are they supposed to be spooking?
Were these here when we came through here before?
Not as far as
I do not have any memory of them being here.
Do the scarecrows, are they just scarecrows like out on farm, or are they dressed? Are they designed or stylized at all?
They look mostly like the scarecrows you would find on a farm. Their outfits are mostly burlap.
And they don't resemble, like, I don't know if the winery had scarecrows, since
They
they're all
didn't.
ravens, but
Yeah, they didn't. You do notice that the heads of the scarecrows are, rather than like a pumpkin or something, or like a burlap sack that almost have like a jack-o'-lantern style face cut into it. You see like bits of straw poking out the eye holes.
I guess that's some use for your leftovers. Unless somebody tells me to stop, I'm just going to keep trotting past these.
I encourage keep moving.
Alrighty then, to town! And away from the weirdo scarecrows.
Gets to be mid-late afternoon by about the time that you make it back to Valakai. Things here seem to have calmed down a little bit.
Well, that's a good sign. I mean, no current pitchforks and torches.
Is there going to be any issue storing Alexander and his newfound cart in the The stockyard?
Probably not, but I would potentially recommend like draping like if you have a blanket or something, basically something to try and make him look more horse-like, so people don't notice the dead part.
That's fair. Well, he is an elk. Like he's got
Right.
horns and stuff. But
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah,
yeah. I'm. Do I have it like a? I don't have a tack blanket or something in my. But I'm sure I've got an extra blanket that I can put over him.
yeah, that'll be fine.
All right, we'll add that to our stockyard tab, I suppose, for boarding another house or not boarding another, elk in cart.
Yes, that'll be fine. I assume you return to the blue water?
Current plan.
Yep.
As you get in, Erwin waves. So did everything go all right?
Well, that depends on your definition of all right.
We
It was a
got what we were
Barovian
looking
success.
for.
I know exactly what that is. While you were out, there was a letter delivered for you?
Addressed to all of us?
Yes.
Who knows? Live.
Who delivered it, if we might ask?
There were some Vistani coming through the area after doing some business, which is strange because they're usually not allowed in, but that was the old burgomaster's ruling, so they came in, bought some drinks, said that they were hired to deliver a letter, and then left.
Okay. Well, hey, did they at least bring some milk while they were at it? Because I know a cat that would love some.
Pattering of feet. What? No, what?
Fine. He pulls out a bottle. Go ahead. It's not like we were going to drink it or anything and give it to my, young children. But go ahead, have your milk.
Pocket, maybe you should
man.
have some.
Taking milk from the mouths of babes.
They can have the milk.
He'll
I don't know
pour
how
you
to
a-
pat him on the head.
He'll pour you a, Wow, it's not highball. What's the other... What's...
A rocks glass.
a rocks glass, yeah. He'll pour you a rocks glass of milk and just slide it over before putting the rest away.
You're too kind.
The letter, if you please.
He hands it over. It is just a simple parchment envelope.
Verity cracks it open. Let's see what we got.
How is it addressed? Just, like,
Yeah,
was it
that-
just like
that's what I wanted to
to
know.
the party, to the 6 names?
It was written out to the attention of Axel Sillison, Nanaha, Pocket Full of Gold, Rosvan, Saya Winterheart, and Verity.
Fancy.
Verity cracks it open. Hopefully there are no bats this time.
No bats.
Just anthrax.
Okay. You should have a new handout that appeared.
So, Verity, what's it say?
Hmm?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
read it.
Sorry, she was like reading it in her head just to please. My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you dine at my castle so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a safe one. I await your arrival. Your host, and she like looks around that they're in public, and she just kind of, she doesn't read the name. She just kind of holds up the paper with her thumb next to the name so the others can see it.
Lathander, damn it.
I've not heard that prayer before. Father
He says it a
Silverson.
lot.
And with that delightful dinner invitation, I feel we should wrap up today's session.
Thanks for running, Fluffy. That was awesome.
Holy
Darren.
shit, that was awesome.
Whee! That's so awesome. That was a lot of fun.
100% a fan of the collapsed floor and the environmental destruction.
Yeah, that was a really cool sequence.
Thank you. I'm glad you had fun.
Well, it would have been better if I hadn't. I was trying to create a hole so the fuckers couldn't reach them.
No, hey, that was a...
And the fuckers went down the hole!
It worked.
Yeah,
It
that was
worked.
great.
I mean, it sucks that we couldn't participate in the fight for that turn, but still, it was cool the way the whole thing played out.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, most of the best experiences in D&D are when something backfires and something weird
Yeah.
happens. You've got to adapt to it. That was really cool.
I'm
Especially-
learning that.
Especially with the
Hilarious.
whole the two of them being paralyzed, where you just see them in your head, the floor explosion,
And we're
the whole
sliding.
show up, and you just see them like one leg is firmly on the ground, and the other leg is like half off, and they just slowly tip, and then like the person next to them realizes it like half a second too late, tries to grab them, and they both just fall.
And because they're paralyzed, you can only see their pupils constrict in terror.
I mean, we didn't get to explore the rest of the mansion, but I think that was also part of the plan. And if we return with Dragon Bones, maybe there'll be a second chance.
Potentially.
I think they'd be more appeased if nothing else. Maybe? Question mark.
All right, time to give this back to Nevi for her to wrap things up. Thank you everybody who came to watch and stayed for the whole stream. Have a great
Thanks,
rest of the
chat.
week, and we'll
Have a
see
good
you
one,
next
chat.
Saturday. Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
players. Thanks,
Bye, chat.
Fluffy.
Hey, chat.
Yeah.